It's a liability. It opens the door to being manipulated, taken advantage of, and set up for failure. It's how people lose control of their companies, lose key deals, lose momentum. They trusted someone because it felt right, not because the person had earned it. And here's the part no one talks about. When interests clash, people justify anything. The same person who once stood by you will now say, I deserve more, or I was always the one doing the real work, or you changed. And maybe you did. Maybe they did. That's not the point. The point is, when interests aren't aligned, even the best memories can't keep the team together. This happens with co-founders, business partners, longtime employees, anyone. At some point, one of you wants something different, more money, less work, a faster exit, a bigger role, a louder voice. That's when it becomes clear. It was never just about the friendship. It was about what the friendship was providing. And once it stops providing that value, people walk. Some don't walk. They sabotage. They stay, but they start playing politics, whispering, withholding, undermining. They become silent blockers instead of open allies. And you're sitting there thinking, but we're friends. No, you were friends until your paths diverged. Friendship is easy when things are equal, when there's no pressure, no scoreboard. But when it's time to make hard calls, when someone has to be the CEO, when equity has to be split, when responsibility has to be owned, that's when the truth comes out. People reveal who they are when their interests are threatened. This is why mature entrepreneurs protect the business first. They don't mix roles without clear boundaries. They put everything in writing, even with friends. They understand that structure preserves relationships better than feelings ever could. Because when interests clash, the only thing that can hold things together is clarity, not loyalty. You'll hear stories all the time. Best friends turned enemies, partners who haven't spoken in years, one suing the other over a broken deal. These aren't rare exceptions. They're patterns. The root cause is almost always the same. Interests shifted, and no one was honest enough to admit it early. Instead of renegotiating, they avoided the conflict. They let it fester, and when it exploded, the friendship couldn't survive the fallout. Most people believe friendships are built to last forever. That's what we're told growing up. Loyalty, support, trust. It sounds beautiful, but step into the world of business, and that idea gets tested fast. The moment money, control, recognition, or survival enters the equation, friendships start to wobble. They shake, crack, and often collapse. Not because people are evil, but because interests change, and when they do, people change with them. You can grow up with someone, go broke with someone, even build something from scratch together. But the minute what you want and what they want are no longer aligned, conflict will follow. It's not personal. It's structural. Because in business, it's not about feelings. It's about position, outcome, and control. Here's what most people don't understand. Alignment is everything. Two people can be friends for 10 years, but if one wants to scale fast and the other wants to play it safe, it won't last. If one wants to reinvest profits and the other wants to cash out, it won't last. You'll see tension, resentment, passive aggression, and eventually open betrayal.